Have you ever been so desperate for cash that you'd risk anything? Even your sanity. That's what Ellie thought as she stared at the flyer. $2,000 for a 7-day sleep study. Perfect for a broke college student drowning in textbooks and debt. The fine print mentioned only one strange rule. Under no circumstances should participants observe the mirror between 3 and 4 am. Seemed easy enough. But rules exist for a reason, don't they? The research facility looked normal enough. White walls, clipboard-wielding scientists, consent forms that Ellie barely skimmed. The mirror is a specialized observation tool, explained Dr. Mercer, his voice clinical and detached. Looking at it during the designated hour could contaminate our results. 7 nights of sleep monitoring for $2,000. She'd have signed regardless of the bizarre stipulations. As they led her to room 237, Ellie noticed how the researchers avoided eye contact. The room was sparse: bed, nightstand, bathroom, and that mirror. 6 feet tall, ornate silver frame, covered with a black cloth. Do not remove this covering between 3 and 4 am, the night technician reminded her. We'll be monitoring your vitals remotely. The first 3 nights passed uneventfully. Sleep, wake, eat, repeat. Electrodes itched against her scalp. Boredom set in. And with boredom came curiosity, that ancient, fatal flaw that's undone so many before her. Night 4. 2:57 am. Ellie lay awake, sleep deprivation gnawing at her senses. 3 days of disrupted sleep had left her irritable, paranoid. The cloth-covered mirror seemed to pulse in the corner of her vision. What could they possibly be hiding? Was it a 2-way mirror for observation? Some weird psychological test? Or maybe the thought crept in unbidden, maybe there was nothing special at all. Maybe the rule was just to mess with participants' heads. 3:02 am. Her heart hammered as she slipped from the bed. The monitoring equipment would show she was awake, but they couldn't see what she was doing. Just one peek. That's what she told herself. Just a quick glance to satisfy her curiosity, then back to bed. No one would know. Her fingers trembled as they reached for the edge of the cloth. One gentle tug, and a sliver of mirror emerged, reflecting nothing but her own exhausted face. Nothing strange. Nothing at all. Relief flooded her as she stared at her reflection. Dark circles under bloodshot eyes. Messy hair. Just Ellie. She almost laughed at her paranoia. But as she turned away, something caught in her peripheral vision. A delay. A hesitation. Had her reflection blinked after she had? Ellie froze, heart stuttering. No. Impossible. Sleep deprivation playing tricks. She quickly covered the mirror and scrambled back to bed, but sleep wouldn't come. Every time she closed her eyes, she saw her reflection, blinking independently. Morning came, but something wasn't right. The researchers seemed tense during her checkup. Your brain activity showed unusual patterns last night, Dr. Mercer noted, studying her with new intensity. Did you experience anything unusual? Ellie shook her head, the lies sticking in her throat. That day she noticed small things. Her coffee cup moved when she hadn't touched it. Her notebook had doodles she didn't remember making. Hours seemed to vanish without trace. Night 5. Ellie avoided looking at the mirror, even during permitted hours. But in the bathroom, washing her face, she glimpsed movement in the steamed-up mirror. Her reflection was smiling. Ellie wasn't. She blinked, and the image corrected itself. That night she lost 2 hours. Just gone. She was reading at 9 p.m., then suddenly it was 11, her book on the floor, a page torn out and folded into an intricate paper crane. She hadn't made it. She couldn't make paper cranes. Night 6. Ellie started keeping notes. I think something's happening to me, she wrote. Something came through the mirror. She tried to tell the researchers, but the words wouldn't come out, literally stuck in her throat like someone was holding them back. Later, reviewing her journal, she found new entries in her handwriting, but written backward. I am settling in nicely, it read. Soon this body will be mine entirely. The mirror remained covered, but she could feel it watching, waiting, even through the cloth. Night 7. Final night. The researchers looked afraid now. They'd added new monitoring equipment, restraints on the bed just in case. Ellie caught her reflection in a glass door. It waved at her when she didn't move. In her room, she heard whispering from behind the mirror's cloth. Her own voice, but wrong somehow, saying things she'd never say. Let me finish what we started, it coaxed. Just one more look, one more peek at 3 am, and I'll let you go. She knew it was lying. But did she have any choice? The researchers rushed to room 237 when Ellie's vitals spiked at exactly 3 a.m. Security footage would later show her standing motionless before the uncovered mirror, having what appeared to be a conversation with herself. By the time they broke down the door at 4:01 a.m., Ellie was gone. The room was empty. Only the mirror remained, now cracked from edge to edge. In the days that followed, several staff reported seeing Ellie in reflective surfaces, just for a moment, her mouth moving in silent pleas for help. The sleep study was quietly shut down. Equipment dismantled, records sealed, researchers reassigned. But the mirror was simply relocated. And now new flyers have appeared around campus. $3,000 for an 8-day sleep study. Higher pay, longer duration, same single rule. Never look at the mirror between 3 and 4 a.m. I wonder who'll be desperate enough to sign up this time. And I wonder if Ellie is watching from the other side, hoping for company, or trying to warn them away. Some rules aren't meant to be broken. Some curiosities are better left unsatisfied.